My beloved child, I need you to stop right now, in this very moment, and listen to what I am about to tell you, because this is not a coincidence that you are reading these words at this precise hour, at this exact second when your heart is heavy and your soul is weary, when you have been carrying burdens that no one else can see, when you have been crying tears that no one else has counted, when you have been fighting battles that no one else acknowledges. And I want you to know that I have heard every single word of your silent cry for help, every whisper that you breathed into the darkness of your room when everyone else was asleep, every desperate plea that you lifted up to me when you felt like you were drowning in circumstances that seemed too overwhelming to survive, every moment when you asked me if I was still there, if I was still listening, if I still cared about what you were going through. And my child, I am here to tell you that not only have I heard you, but I have been right there beside you through every single moment of your pain, through every sleepless night when anxiety gripped your chest and made it hard to breathe, through every morning when you had to force yourself out of bed and put on a smile that masked the agony you were feeling inside, through every conversation where you pretended everything was fine while your heart was shattering into 1,000 pieces that you didn't know how to put back together. I saw you when you sat alone in your car in that parking lot, gripping the steering wheel with trembling hands, trying to compose yourself before going inside to face people who had no idea what you were battling. And I was there collecting every tear that fell down your face, holding each one as precious because your pain matters to me more than you could ever comprehend. And I saw you when you stood in front of the mirror wondering how much longer you could keep being strong, how much longer you could keep carrying everyone else's burdens on top of your own, how much longer you could keep giving and serving and loving when you felt so empty and depleted inside. And I watched you when you scrolled through your phone late at night looking at other people's lives and wondering why your prayers seemed to go unanswered while everyone else appeared to be blessed and thriving and moving forward, while you felt stuck in the same painful situation month after month, year after year, watching doors close in your face that you thought I had promised would open for you, watching relationships deteriorate that you had prayed desperately for me to restore, watching financial struggles continue despite your faithful tithing and your honest work, and your constant petitions to me for breakthrough. My child, I need you to hear me clearly right now, because what I am about to reveal to you is going to change everything, but only if you have the spiritual eyes to see it and the faith to receive it in this appointed moment. Because there are seasons in your life that I have marked on my calendar since before you were born. Divine appointments that cannot be altered by human hands or demonic interference. And this is one of those moments right now as you are reading these words. And I need you to resist every urge to scroll away, every whisper of the enemy telling you that this is just another message that won't actually change anything. Every cynical thought trying to convince you that you have heard all this before and nothing ever really shifts in your circumstances. Because I am here to tell you that you are standing at a threshold that you have never stood at before, that the prayers you prayed 3 years ago, 2 years ago, 6 months ago, last week, yesterday, this morning, are all coming to a convergence point right now in the spiritual realm. And what you could not see with your natural eyes was that I was working behind every closed door, orchestrating events and rearranging circumstances and positioning people, and preparing blessings that are about to manifest in your life in ways that will leave you absolutely astonished at my faithfulness. I know that you have felt invisible, my precious child, and I have watched the pain in your eyes when people you loved and trusted walked right past you without seeing your struggle, without asking if you were okay, without offering the help or support or simple acknowledgement that you desperately needed. And I saw you when you reached out to those you thought would be there for you, only to be met with excuses and broken promises and empty words that revealed their true priorities did not include your well-being. And I felt every sting of rejection when you were overlooked for opportunities that you were qualified for, when your hard work went unrecognized and unrewarded, when your sacrifices were taken for granted by people who benefited from your generosity, but never thought to reciprocate when you were in need. And my child, I want you to know that I have kept a record of every single injustice, every betrayal, every time someone took advantage of your kind heart, every moment when you were judged unfairly or spoken about behind your back or blamed for things that were not your fault. and the scales of divine justice are about to be balanced in ways that will demonstrate to everyone who doubted you, everyone who underestimated you, everyone who mistreated you, that you are my chosen child, and that I do not take lightly when people harm what belongs to me. There have been nights when you have lain awake wondering how you were going to pay the bills that kept piling up, how you were going to provide for your family when resources seemed to be running out, how you were going to survive another day in a job that drains your soul, or another month in financial lack despite your best efforts to be responsible and faithful with what you had. And I watched you count and recount the money in your account. I saw you check your phone hoping for unexpected provision. I heard you pray desperate prayers asking me to make a way when there seemed to be no way. And my beloved, I want you to understand that I was testing your faithfulness in the season of lack. Because what I am about to release into your hands requires a character that can only be forged through the fire of hardship. And every time you chose to give, even when you barely had enough. Every time you helped someone else despite your own need. Every time you praised me in the midst of your financial struggle, instead of complaining or giving up, you were making deposits in a heavenly account that is about to pay dividends that will overflow your capacity to contain them. I know that your heart has been broken by people you love deeply, by relationships that you invested years of your life into only to watch them crumble despite your best efforts to hold them together. And I was there when you discovered the betrayal that shattered your ability to trust, when you found out that someone you gave your whole heart to was living a lie, when you realized that the person you thought would never hurt you was capable of causing you the deepest pain you had ever experienced. And I held you through every stage of that grief, through the shock and the denial and the anger and the devastation, through the nights when you wondered if you would ever feel whole again, through the moments when you questioned whether you were worthy of real love, or if there was something fundamentally wrong with you that made people treat you this way. And my precious child, I need you to hear this truth that will set you free from the lies you have been believing about yourself. The way people have treated you is not a reflection of your value. It is a reflection of their own brokenness and their inability to recognize the treasure that stood before them. And I am about to bring someone into your life, or restore someone already in your life, who will treat you with the honor and love and respect that you deserve. But first, I needed to remove the counterfeits who were blocking the path to your divine connection. Do you remember the dreams that I placed in your heart years ago? The visions of what your life could become? The hopes that once burned so brightly inside you before disappointment after disappointment began to dim that flame, and I watched as life's hardships caused you to slowly release those dreams, to tell yourself that maybe you were being unrealistic or childish or foolish to think that God would actually do something extraordinary in your life, to settle for a smaller vision because at least it felt more attainable than the impossible things I had shown you. And my child, I need you to know that every single dream I gave you is still alive, still valid, still part of my plan for your life. And the reason they have not manifested yet is not because I forgot about them or changed my mind, but because the timing was not right, because you were not yet ready, because the people who needed to be connected to your destiny were not yet in position, because the enemy was still occupying territory that I needed to clear out before I could bring you into your promised land. And I am here to tell you that the wait is almost over, that the season of delay is coming to an end, that what you thought was dead and buried is about to resurrect with a glory that will make up for all the years you spent wondering if you had heard my voice correctly. I need you to type Amen right now if you believe that I am speaking directly to your situation. If you sense in your spirit that this is not just a random message, but a divine appointment orchestrated by me to encourage your heart and strengthen your faith in this crucial moment. Because my beloved child, what you do with this word right now will determine whether you step into the breakthrough that is hovering over your life or whether you allow doubt and distraction to cause you to miss the very thing you have been praying for. And I know that the enemy has been working overtime to keep you from receiving this message, sending distractions and interruptions and that nagging voice telling you that you need to move on to something else, that this is taking too long, that you have heard messages like this before and nothing changed. But I am asking you to push past every resistance and stay with me until the end, because I have something to release into your spirit that you cannot afford to miss. Something that will give you the keys you need to unlock the doors that have been closed against you. Something that will shift your perspective in a way that causes everything to change, even if your circumstances take time to reflect the internal transformation. The enemy has studied you, my child, and he knows exactly which buttons to push to keep you paralyzed in fear and doubt. He knows which memories to bring up to remind you of past failures and convince you that you are not capable of the destiny I have called you to. He knows which people to send across your path to discourage you right when you are about to break through. He knows how to make you overthink every decision until you are so confused and exhausted that you just give up and settle for wherever you are. And I have watched him attack your mind with thoughts that do not come from me. Thoughts that tell you that you are not good enough, smart enough, strong enough, anointed enough, qualified enough for the blessings I want to pour out on you. And I need you to recognize that every single limitation you believe about yourself is a lie that was planted by the enemy of your soul to keep you from stepping into the fullness of who I created you to be. Because if he can keep you focused on your weaknesses and failures and past mistakes, then he can prevent you from walking in the authority and power and victory that is your birthright as my child. There are people in your life right now who have taken advantage of your giving heart, who have manipulated your kindness, who have used your resources and your time and your energy for their own benefit while contributing nothing to your well-being. And I saw every instance when you went out of your way to help them, only to have them turn around and betray you or gossip about you or fail to be there for you when you needed them. And my beloved, I want you to know that I am about to expose every hidden agenda, every false friendship, every person who has been operating in your life with impure motives. And while this revelation may be painful at first, it is necessary because I cannot take you where I am leading you next with people attached to you who do not have your best interests at heart, who are not aligned with my purposes for your life, who will try to sabotage your breakthrough because your success highlights their own unwillingness to do what it takes to walk in their calling. And so I am going to make it very clear who is really for you and who has been pretending. And I need you to have the courage to release those who are revealed to be weights holding you back rather than wings helping you soar. Write the words, "I trust your timing, God," in the comments right now if you are making the decision in this moment to surrender your timeline and your expectations and your understanding of how things should unfold. And instead trust that I know exactly what I am doing, even when it does not make sense to you, even when it feels like I am taking too long, even when it looks like everyone else is being blessed while you are still waiting, because, my child, comparison is one of the enemy's most effective weapons against your peace and contentment. And when you look at what others have and measure it against what you lack, you are opening a door for discouragement and jealousy and bitterness to take root in your heart. And you cannot see the full picture of their lives. You cannot see the hidden struggles they are dealing with. You cannot see the price they paid or the lessons they learned or the character they developed that prepared them to steward what I gave them. And the blessings that I have designed specifically for you are not the same as the blessings I have designed for others because you are unique. You have a unique calling, a unique assignment, a unique set of gifts and talents and abilities that no one else possesses in quite the same combination. And what I am preparing for you is custom made for who you are and where I am taking you. This is your moment, my precious child, and I need you to shake off every ounce of complacency and passivity and spiritual sleepiness that has kept you from pursuing what I have called you to with everything in you. Because there is an urgency in the spirit realm right now, a window of opportunity that is open but will not remain open indefinitely. And I have been waiting for you to get to a place of such desperation and hunger that you would be willing to do whatever it takes, to obey whatever I ask without hesitation or negotiation, to step out in faith even when you cannot see the entire path, to move when I say move and stop when I say stop and speak when I say speak. And I am looking for a people who will not let their feelings dictate their actions, who will not allow their circumstances to determine their level of faith, who will praise me in the storm and trust me in the valley, and declare my goodness, even when everything around them seems to contradict my promises. And if you will be that person, If you will be radical enough to believe my word over your reality, then you are about to see me do things in your life that will be so undeniably supernatural that no one will be able to give credit to your own efforts or abilities, and everyone will know that it was the hand of God that lifted you up and turned your situation around. I am releasing angels right now to go before you and prepare the way, to remove obstacles that you do not even know are there, to open doors that human hands tried to lock against you, to bring the right people into your life at the right time with the right resources and connections that you need. And I am dispatching warriors in the spiritual realm to fight battles on your behalf that you do not have the strength or knowledge to fight yourself. And my beloved child, you do not need to be afraid anymore, because I am with you and I am for you. And if I am for you, then it does not matter who is against you. And every weapon that has been formed against your life, every curse that has been spoken over you, every plan that the enemy has devised to destroy you is going to backfire and end up working for your good instead. And the same people who thought they were burying you did not realize they were actually planting you. And you are about to sprout and grow and produce fruit in a season when everyone thought you were dead and finished. Type, I receive this word. If you are ready to stop living beneath your privileges as my child. If you are ready to stop accepting scraps when I have prepared a feast for you. If you are ready to stop tolerating mistreatment and lack and sickness and bondage, when I paid the ultimate price to give you freedom and abundance and wholeness and victory. Because, my child, your struggle is not with money or people or health or any other natural circumstance. Your real struggle is in the spiritual realm, where the enemy has been operating through ignorance and unbelief and agreement with lies. And the moment you begin to see clearly, the moment you begin to stand on my promises instead of being moved by what you see, the moment you begin to speak life and blessing over your situation instead of rehearsing everything that is wrong, you will begin to see shifts in the natural realm that reflect the authority you are exercising in the spirit. And this is the season when I am raising up a people who understand the power of their words, the power of their faith, the power of their worship, the power of their obedience. And you are one of those people that I have chosen and called and equipped for such a time as this. I know that you have made mistakes, my beloved, and I have watched you carry guilt and shame over decisions that you regret, over sins that you committed, over people that you hurt, over opportunities that you wasted. And the enemy has been using your past against you for far too long, whispering accusations in your ear, telling you that I could never use someone like you, that you have disqualified yourself from my best, that you need to earn your way back into my good graces through perfect behavior and endless penance. But my precious child, I need you to understand that when I forgave you, it was complete and total and final. That there is nothing you can do to make me love you more, and nothing you can do to make me love you less. That my mercy is new every single morning, and my grace is sufficient for every single weakness. And the blood that was shed on the cross was powerful enough to cover every sin you have ever committed and every sin you will ever commit. And I am not holding your past against you. I am not keeping score. I am not waiting for you to prove yourself worthy before I bless you. And the only one who is still punishing you for what has already been forgiven is you. And it is time to let it go. It is time to receive my forgiveness, not just intellectually, but deep in your heart. It is time to stop sabotaging your own blessings because you do not feel like you deserve them. Share this message with 3 people right now who you know are going through battles that no one else can see, who need to hear that God has not forgotten them, that their tears have been counted, that their breakthrough is coming. Because, my child, part of your assignment is not just to receive from me, but to be a conduit of my love and encouragement to others who are struggling. And when you sow this seed of hope into someone else's life, you are actually sowing into your own harvest. And I am going to bless you with the very thing that you make available to others. And if you want people to be there for you in your time of need, then you need to be there for others in their time of need. And if you want to receive grace and mercy, then you need to extend grace and mercy. And if you want your prayers to be answered, then you need to be an answer to someone else's prayers. And this is the kingdom principle of seed time and harvest that governs how my blessings flow. And you cannot outgive me. You cannot outlove me. You cannot sacrifice more than I am willing to multiply back to you. The burden that you have been carrying was never meant to be carried alone, my child. And I have watched you try to be strong enough and capable enough to handle everything by yourself, refusing to ask for help because you did not want to appear weak or needy, taking on responsibilities that were not yours to bear because no one else would step up, pushing yourself beyond your limits until you ended up physically exhausted and emotionally depleted and spiritually dry. And my beloved, I'm inviting you to lay down those burdens right now, to cast all your cares on me because I care for you, to stop trying to figure everything out with your own wisdom and instead lean on my understanding, to rest in the truth that I am fighting for you and working on your behalf, even when you cannot see any evidence of my involvement. And there is a grace available to you that will make your load light and your yoke easy. But you have to be willing to admit that you need me. You have to be willing to surrender control. You have to be willing to stop striving and simply abide in my presence where everything you need is found. Write "I am ready" in the comments if you are prepared for me to do a new thing in your life. If you are ready for me to take you places you have never been and introduce you to people you have never met and open doors you never knew existed. If you are ready for me to show you parts of yourself that you have never discovered and abilities that you did not know you possessed and dimensions of my power that you have never experienced. Because my child, what is coming next is going to require a version of you that you have not yet become. And I have been using this season of hardship and waiting and testing to develop in you the character and faith and endurance that you will need for where I am taking you. And every trial you have faced was not meant to destroy you but to prepare you. And every disappointment was not meant to discourage you but to redirect you away from what looked good but was not my best toward the exceeding abundantly above all that you could ask or imagine that I had planned all along. The people who walked away from you, who betrayed you, who chose someone else over you, were actually gifts from me, even though they felt like curses at the time, because I was protecting you from relationships and opportunities that would have limited you, that would have kept you comfortable in a place I was calling you to leave, that would have given you just enough to make you settle, but not enough to truly satisfy the deep hunger in your soul for more of me and more of my purposes. And I need you to thank me for the closed doors, to bless those who hurt you and release them to me to deal with, to trust that every loss was actually making room for something greater. And when you can praise me not just for what I give you, but also for what I take away, when you can worship me not just on the mountaintop, but also in the valley, then you have matured to a level where I can trust you with greater authority and greater blessings without it destroying you through pride or causing you to forget that everything you have comes from my hand. This is not the end of your story, my beloved child. This is not even the middle. This is just the conclusion of one chapter and the beginning of another that is going to be marked by such supernatural favor and divine intervention and miraculous provision that you will spend the rest of your life testifying about what I did in this season. And the pain you have endured is going to become your platform, and the test you went through is going to become your testimony, and the mess you survived is going to become your message. And I am going to use everything that the enemy meant for evil and turn it around for good. And what was intended to shame you will become your glory. And what was designed to break you will become the source of your strength. And what looked like your ending will be revealed as your beginning. And I am about to vindicate you in front of everyone who doubted you, in front of everyone who counted you out, in front of everyone who thought you would never recover or accomplish anything significant. And they are going to see you walking in blessings that they cannot explain and favor that defies logic and success that has no natural source. And they will know that it is my hand on your life. I am waiting for your response right now, my child. I am waiting for you to say yes to everything I have spoken over you in this moment. To commit to trusting me even when you do not understand. To decide that you are going to believe my promises over your problems. To declare that no matter how long it takes, and no matter what obstacles arise, you are going to hold on to the hope that I have placed in your heart. And I need you to subscribe to this channel, because I am using it to release words and messages that are going to continue to encourage you and build your faith and equip you for the journey ahead. And I need you to support this ministry, because when you sow into what is feeding your spirit, you are honoring the vessel I am using to bring you life-giving truth. And my beloved, I am so proud of you for making it this far. for not giving up when things got hard, for still believing even after so many disappointments, for getting back up every time you were knocked down. And I see you, and I know you, and I love you with an everlasting love that will never let you go. And I am about to do something in your life that will leave you breathless with gratitude and wonder. And all I need from you is your yes, your trust, your willingness to follow wherever I lead. And together we are going to see mountains move and valleys rise and impossible things become reality. And your latter days are going to be greater than your former days, and the best is yet to come. And this is my promise to you, my beloved child. And I never break my promises, and I am waiting for you to receive this word and walk in the fullness of everything I have prepared for you from the foundation of the world.